I want to get your opinion on one more thing before we go. Also, just want to remind everyone that you have recorded this important video. It's not available to the public, but they can watch it. It's about the upcoming crash, how it's going to be fast, bloody, and unavoidable. But then you explain how anyone can position themselves to profit from the crash. Our viewers can watch it at londonreal.tv/Jim. And again, I highly recommend people watch that right after this conversation. Jim, we saw the world of crypto change drastically in the last 6 months from our last conversation. I'm curious what your thoughts are long term for Bitcoin, blockchain, and then I know you've highlighted one of the stable coins out there called Tether, which you think is potentially a danger. I am still a big believer that blockchain will be a big part of our future. I think that cryptocurrencies have a definite place in the future, especially from the time I spent in banking. But obviously, we saw a real centralization issue come to head the last 6 months. What's your take on what happened and future?
Well, I don't own any cryptos. I don't recommend them. I'm not a crypto basher. I'm like, hey, if you like them, knock yourself out, go get some. But the pushback you get, and you know what it's like, Brian. People go, "Oh, you're a dinosaur. You're a Neanderthal. You don't understand technology." Blah blah blah. I mean, I was writing code in 1969. My partner was, the future chairman of CEO of IBM. I do know about it. I was in crypto versus gold debates in 2010. And I read
Wow.
Satoshi Nakamoto's paper when it came out.
Okay.
I was doing this from 2010, and I followed it all the way through. So, do I own it? Do I recommend it? No. But do I understand it? Yes, I get it. Blockchain has been around since the 1980s. It's not new technology. It has applications that have nothing to do with cryptocurrencies. And yeah, blockchain it's a ledger. It's a particular kind of ledger. It has some outright benefits. And it will be with us, and that's good. It can simplify and lower costs in a lot of different processes. As far as cryptocurrencies themselves are concerned, I studied it for 10 years or longer, it was 13 years at this point, but it took me a really long time to understand it. Again, technology, the math, the mining, the hash rate, I got all that stuff, but I'm like, what's there and what's behind this? I always go back to Gerstein. There's no there. And what fascinated me, particularly over the last 3 or 4 years, is that the crypto universe, crypto groupies, they replicated the ecosystem of Wall Street. So you start out with the coins. Bitcoin's a coin. You mine it, etc. But that's all it is. Has uses, some good, some bad. But then they said, well, how about a depository? How about a custodian? How about an exchange? How about technical charts, candlesticks, trend lines, resistance, on and on and on, so that you completely replicated the entire structure of Wall Street: exchanges, banks, custodians, technicians, analysts, etc. Trading, hedging, derivatives, options, future. It was all there, with one big difference, which is, just take Tesla for an example. You may like Tesla, you may not, but they actually make cars. There is, you can drive one. And it doesn't have to be tangible. It can be a service, insurance company. They do something. There was nothing at the center of this. There was the token itself, but the token itself, I mean, I always make a point of saying that every graphical representation of Bitcoin I've ever seen is a gold coin. It's just a gold coin. What's up with that? You're sort of saying something about gold, if you ask me. Why is it a coin? It's not a coin. It's a couple electrons, and it's certainly not gold. But they love to show it as a gold coin, as if somehow you're getting a gold coin, and you're not. But so what's there? And I did come up with two, I'll say theories, but I think they fit really well. The first is it's a casino chip. So I walk into a casino, put $1,000 down on the roulette table, like that game. The croupier hands me the chips. I bet I can win money or lose money, but that's on me. But at the end of the day, I take the chips to the cashier and get my cash back and walk outside. I can't take the chips outside. I can't buy dinner at a restaurant across the street with casino chips. In other words, the Bitcoin has some utility and value, and you can make money or lose money. Believe me, I know people have made tens of billions of dollars and Spoken to Michael Saylor. He was up 6 billion. Now I think he's down 6 billion. But so that's real. But it's not different than gambling. And maybe the odds are different. But it's basically a casino chip. You can gamble in the casino. You can make money or lose money, but you got to cash it in, which is basically going to a portal and getting your dollars back, which everyone tried to do with FTX, and they found that the dollars weren't there. And we'll see what happens with Tether. But it's nothing more than that. The other theory, and this took a long time, and this goes back to work I did in the 1960s, is using communications theory. And here we're way into Walter Ong, Marshall McLuhan. He was pretty good friends with Timothy Leary, and Eric Havelock, who did a study of Plato that explained why Plato hated Homer. Scholars like, why did Plato hate Homer? He's a good poet. Well, Homer wasn't a poet. He was an encyclopedist who actually did everything orally. And it was the shift from the oral to the written to phonetic language that marked that was the demarcation of Plato. Plato said, we got to get rid of this oral stuff and start writing and reading. But now 2,500 years later, we're coming out the other end of the tunnel. No one reads anymore. We're back to what we're doing: audio, video, digital representation of various forms. What's an emoji? An emoji is a hieroglyphic, which is a non-phonetic language. So we're actually getting back to a Homeric, oral, AURAL, tactile world, and Bitcoin fits right in because it's digital, it's electronic. This kind of McLuhan traces back to the telegraph. So the point being, it's best understood as an hallucinogen. Everyone sees what they want to see, and it's very tribal. And McLuhan said, when I say tribal, don't think of a bunch of people sitting around the fireplace saying kumbaya. It's not civilization. Tribal society is very violent. So I view cryptocurrencies as part of an electronic, digital, oral, tactile society that's abandoning the phonetic alphabet, getting back to drums or, Homer, but a very different kind of society that is very good at myth making and can be violent.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.